Do not look back. Not with sorrow, not with shame, not with longing. The path behind you is not yours anymore. It is done. It is dust. It cannot be changed. And it no longer defines you unless you let it. Regret is a chain forged in hesitation. It binds the strong. It haunts the indecisive. It weakens the warrior. You were not made to dwell. You were made to move. You do not need to regret. You need to adjust. Because the warrior's power does not lie in never failing, but in never freezing, never staying stuck, never bowing to the moment that just passed. What matters is not what happened, but what you do now because it happened. The path is not perfect. You will fall. You will make choices that burn later, but you do not sit in the fire. You stand in it. And in that fire, you forge your next move. Regret is passive. Adjustment is active. Regret waits. Adjustment acts. Regret looks down. Adjustment looks forward. The warrior does not rewrite the past. He rewrites his response. He does not wish for another chance. He becomes the one who needs no second chance. Because everything that went wrong is a lesson written in blood. And blood is a teacher you don't ignore twice. So learn, breathe, step again. But this time, sharper. There is no shame in falling. There is only shame in refusing to rise differently. You will take wrong turns. You will misjudge, misstep, misfire. Good. It means you're moving. It means you're in the fight. But only a fool stares at the wound and calls it defeat. A warrior binds it, breathes, and adjusts his stance. The weak cling to what went wrong. The strong carve a new response. Because in the way of the warrior, you do not fail. You gather data. You refine. You strip away what does not work and re-enter the fire with precision. This is not delusion. This is domination of the self. There is no perfect path. There is only your next move. So stop cursing the stone you tripped over. Watch your footing. Place it better. Walk sharper. Regret is wasted energy. Reflection is discipline. Don't sit in the storm. Study the wind. Then move like a blade through it. The warrior does not cry over losses. He audits them. He studies angles, timing, breath, until the mistake is no longer a weight, but a weapon. He turns pain into pattern, delay into data, failure into fuel. That is adjustment. That is the way. To regret nothing is not to be blind. It is to refuse to let the past steer the present. It is to wield everything that has happened and let none of it own you. Everything that broke you was meant to teach you where you were soft. Everything that slowed you was meant to reveal your impatience. Everything that hurt was showing you where you still held fear. Why regret it? The path has always been your forge. Not a stage for perfection, but a furnace for correction. You are not who you were then. You are who you chose to become after. Regret wants to keep you locked in the version of you that made the mistake. But you are not him anymore. You've walked through the fire. You've changed your aim. You've tightened your grip. So regret nothing. Respect the lessons. But do not stay kneeling at the altar of old errors. You're still here. Still breathing. Still armed with clarity you didn't have before. Then why mourn? Why stay in the mud when your hands were made for the sword? Adjust. Breathe. Execute again. Colder, cleaner, sharper. This is what separates the undisciplined from the unstoppable. The undisciplined feel shame and fall apart. The disciplined feel shame and sharpen. They study it. They extract power from it. They rise with even less softness, less hesitation, less need for mercy. Every scar becomes structure. Every failure, a foundation. Every error, another cut in the stone that shapes who you are becoming. So no, you do not regret it. You owe it. Because without that pain, you would not be ready. Regret is noise. Adjustment is clarity. One keeps you circling. The other cuts a path. You do not rewrite the past. You outgrow it. The warrior does not weep for old battles. He studies them. He honors them. Then he moves forward like they never touched him, because they didn't weaken him. They revealed him. No one sees what you had to walk through. No one hears the weight in your steps. But you know, and that's enough. Because the warrior doesn't need recognition. He needs direction, not praise, precision. So leave behind the guilt. Leave behind the noise. Leave behind the illusion that it could have gone another way. It went exactly as it had to. Not to destroy you, but to prepare you. And now, you're ready. Ready to step without dragging chains. Ready to strike without second guessing. Ready to rise without apology. From this moment forward, regret nothing. Adjust everything. And never stop walking the way.